America loves Dolly Parton's country songs. It was after one of her affairs that she almost shot herself in the head. That made a lot of people wonder why her husband has been by her side for over 56 years. So why does Dolly not want anything to do with Elvis? What was her bond with the actor Burt Reynolds? Keep listening to find out. Dolly is grateful for her youth, which helped her become successful in singing early on. But in a recent interview, she also said that those memories from her youth still bother her. Dolly Parton is famous for her skills, her good looks, and her interesting attitude. Things about her that have kept her at the top of the music business for more than 50 years. But her story of how she went from being poor to becoming a world star is a very emotional one. From a small area in the beautiful Smoky Mountains where poverty, Dolly was born into a big family where hard times formed every day. 12 kids were crammed into a small log cabin with only one room. There was no running water or power, and the kids had only love and strength to keep them going. To make ends meet, the Parton family grew tobacco, and they had to stretch every dollar to feed so many people. The mountain winter nights were very cold. The small house was so cold that it was hard to even sleep. Still, even in the worst times, memories, things happened that Dolly will never forget. In a funny and honest interview with Playboy in 1978, Dolly said that her family was so poor that the kids had to share beds, which meant that they had to get married in bed. She often woke up wet and didn't have any clean sheets to change into. But instead of being embarrassed, Dolly found a good thing about it. "At least the pee kept me warm on those cold nights," she smiled and said. That's how Dolly lives, always able to find a little light in the dark and some comfort on the coldest days. The summer was a little better. The kids could use homemade soap to take a bath in the nearby river. But when winter came, the whole family had to clean themselves in the same pot of warm water, which was a steady reminder of how little they had. Dolly's parents came up with a way to make sure every child got care during that never-ending fight. Each bigger sibling took care of a younger one. Dolly learned how to rock babies to sleep, keep a close eye on them, and meet all of their needs. Those small jobs taught her compassion and responsibility, traits that would later be as important to her as her music. Dolly's baby brother Larry died just a few days after he was born. It was one of the worst things that ever happened to her. At the time, Dolly was only 9 years old. The loss hurt the whole family deeply, and words could never fully ease the pain. But life had to go on, and Dolly quickly learned that singing was the only thing that could heal her and keep her hope alive. People have been amazed by Dolly's strong singing and guitar skills since she was very young. After her uncle pushed her, she got the chance to act on the radio and TV show Cass Walker Farm and Home Hour, a major step forward that brought her into the public eye. People all over Tennessee quickly became familiar with the little blonde girl with big, beautiful eyes and a voice that was very emotional. She was more than just a good kid performer. She stood for persistence and drive because she fought her way out of situations that seemed impossible to get out of at first. Dolly Parton's life took a big turn in 1959 when she was only 13 years old. Chapter when the famous country singer Johnny Cash asked her to perform on the Grand Ole Opry stage. It wasn't expected for a Tennessee country girl to light up the whole hall, but she did. People in the crowd were so interested that they wanted her to do 3 encores. It wasn't just a flood of ability at that moment. It meant a new star was about to come out. Dolly didn't think twice about leaving home for Nashville, the country music capital, after high school. Music. This was the real start of her career. Dolly did more than just sing in a time when few women were known in the business. She was brave and determined when she wrote her own songs. Over the next few years, she won 9 Grammys and became a true American music star. Dolly's skills went far beyond singing heartfelt songs. As for movies, she tried her hand at them and quickly won over fans with flicks like 9 to 5 and Steel Magnolia. She was always trying to inspire others, even when she was doing well herself. The cultural landmark Dollywood Honors Appalachian History was built by her. She also started the Imagination Library program, which sends free books to kids all over the world. There have been more than 140 million books given away so far, which has helped millions of young minds learn. Dolly's life has never been easy, even though she has a very successful job. As a woman in a music business controlled by men, she had to make concessions she never wanted to. She became famous while she was on Porter Wagner's variety show for 7 years, but she always felt like she had to be the backup singer. She was brave and strongly determined to prove her worth when she finally made the choice to leave the show and go after a solo job. Not every step worked out. Her TV show in the 1970s, Dolly, didn't live up to the hype, so it was quickly canceled. Instead of dwelling on her loss, she saw it as a chance to learn something important for her work. Dolly said she wasn't completely happy with her early commercial music, even though she wrote a lot of the songs on the 9 to 5 and Odd Jobs record. Some people who didn't like her said she sold out. She never shied away from the talk, though. She made it clear that her goal has always been to make music that is uniquely hers. She finally had the artistic freedom she had always wanted after 9 to 5, and the movie with the same name became huge hits. Outside of the public eye, Dolly's personal life was full of painful deaths. Her mother died in 2003, a terrible blow that made her cry so much that she couldn't perform Coat of Many Colors. In December 2018, before the sadness could fade, her brother Floyd Parton also died at the age of 61. Floyd was more than just a loving brother. He was a reliable singing partner who loved writing songs as much as she did. They had many hits together and were very close as a family. At Floyd's funeral, his whole family got together to sing Rockin' Years in his honor. A talented artist, a loved brother or sister, and an important part of Dolly's life that can't be replaced. The worst years of her life were the 1980s, a time when things got really bad for Dolly in her life. It was a spot where fame and loneliness lived together, in places where the pain was so bad that even the strongest woman's heart might have wanted to stop beating. In 2017, she wrote a book called Dolly on Dolly, in which she talked about a very public wound. There was an affair while she was married to Carl Dean, and things seemed stable for a long time. That lie did more than break the reason she trusts you. It made her go through a terrible emotional breakdown. It seemed like every morning came with a cloud over it. She was empty, had no idea what she wanted to do with her life, and was very close to giving up on it all. She didn't just think about stopping everything. It remained, never going away, and was scary. As her inner world fell apart, so did her health. In 1982, she had to cancel a big tour because she was having a lot of stomach pain and bleeding unexpectedly. Every day her condition got worse. In 1984, she had a partial hysterectomy after going through a lot of tests. The worst thing was when the doctors told her she would never be able to have children. That news broke her heart and ended a childhood dream of becoming a mother. As her depression got worse, it made her overeat on a regular basis, a frantic attempt to fill a hole she couldn't put her finger on. Things got even worse from there. There were quiet signs that things were getting worse in Dolly's family, which made her already unstable mental state even worse. At the same time, things slowly turned into a nightmare on the set of The Best Little Welsh House in Texas, a movie project she had high hopes for. She was getting closer and closer to the edge as the stress of her job and her own sadness crashed into each other like waves. Then one day, Dolly found herself frozen in front of a gun when her sadness was too much to bear. It was dark, quiet, and scary at that moment. Fate showed up in a strange way. As her dark thoughts got stronger, the soft tapping of her dog Popeye's paws on the floor woke her up. He walked in quietly without making a scene. He was just there, and that quiet presence was enough to break through the darkness in her mind. Dolly thinks that moment sent a message from a higher power, telling her that she still had a reason to live and a journey that wasn't over. She got down on her knees and prayed. It was the first time in years that she felt a spark of hope reach her soul. Reality, on the other hand, doesn't change overnight. Dolly Dean has been married to Carl Dean since 1966. They have been through many storms together. Because of Dolly's surgeries, they could never have their own children, but they took care of many of her foster children, as if they were their own younger brothers. Adoption had been thought about. But Dolly's busy schedule and the high stress of working in the entertainment business made her often wonder if she could really give her kid the motherly love she thought they deserved. She was able to see a bigger picture of her life after some time and experience. Instead of having a few children, she became an example to millions of people. Through her, more than 1 million books have been given to kids all over the United States by the organization Imagination Library. Giving is not only a kind thing to do, but also a way for her to show the love she longs to give to the children she never had. Dolly no longer feels like she's missing out because she doesn't have real children. It turned into a holy detour that led to her becoming a sign of kindness, strength, and light in the darkness. One part may have been taken away by life, but it gave her an even bigger job: to be a spiritual mother to a whole generation. That could be the most miraculous gift that Dolly Parton's fate has ever planned. Thanks for watching today's movie. If you liked it, please click like to help the station and subscribe to make sure you don't miss a video. Your help is what drives me the most. That makes me want to write every day.